The upset of the century just took place. No one could have ever imagined Team Liquid losing to Golden Guardians, that team that was like only winning one game, lost to Optic before. Unbelievable. I'm joined right now by Lourlo, who's just basically won the lottery. I mean, that's just this team. Coverage presented by OmniSlash. Lourlo, no, I tease. But as you guys did pick up a win last week, but it is very strange that we saw you lose to Optic yesterday and beat Team Liquid. I think a lot of people would have expected the results to be different. Why do you think it ended up sort of this way?
Yeah, I think yesterday we kind of struggled with like the Draven and Victor pick, and I think our team kind of like fell apart slowly early on. But I think this game versus TL, we just like played our game and kept it more stable, and then we're able to just play like macro as the game went on.
Yeah, how much of those results are because of you versus the teams, right? It was like Optic. Do you think Optic was playing at a higher standard and Team Liquid just didn't know what they were doing? Or is it literally like we saw a performance jump between you guys yesterday and today? Or is it a mixture of both?
Obviously, when you're playing a better team, it's going to be harder to win because they're probably going to be on top of more things. But how I see it, as long as you play to your style and your own game, then whatever team you're versing, if you play your style better, then you'll just win. So it's just making sure we can just keep to our strengths and not like get fogged up by whatever team we're playing and then try to win by that.
Now, because there were so many roster changes this split, we saw there's like a bunch of revenge stories, you know. There's like a checklist of everybody who's beaten TSM or gotten revenge on TSM. Biofrost unfortunately losing that. But a lot of people did not talk about you and Matt potentially doing this. I think because a lot of people, you know, to be respectful, didn't expect it to come out this way. How much of a factor was you facing your old team in today's match, you know, for you?
Yeah, me and Matt, I think today played really well. And it just, on top of just beating them overall, it just feels good if you have a good performance as well. So I don't know. It's just really nice to be able to, because like before this, I thought I was gonna have like a long-term goal on TL, like how they talked to me, how I just saw my future. They kind of like brought me in. It was kind of like my family. So just being able to like get revenge on them for like removing me, always, it's gonna feel nice.
Your family cast you out, and then you went and murdered them.
Yeah.
Isn't that nice?
I don't want to be a murderer, but
just rampage with a knife, stabbed everyone in the back. No, you know, that's obviously a little bit of hyperbole, but it is an interesting situation, right? Team Liquid essentially replaced you thinking that you were not good enough and replaced you with like this superstar lineup, but you guys were able to kind of get this upset. How much of a factor do you think this game will be in Golden Guardians going forward? Because you picked up the win last week. I know that was important. Now you beat a much higher caliber team. What do you think of that whole situation?
Yeah, I think it's a nice momentum boost for us because if we lost this game, it's gonna be pretty depressing. Like looking, even though we're 2-8, like just beating anyone any week is just gonna give us a boost because we're like scraping for wins right now. So just getting a win feels good, and especially for me, it kind of just gonna re-motivate me. Even though I'm still working extremely hard every day, even though like we're not bringing results. So at least today we were able to show it, and I'm pretty happy for it.
Yeah, I mean, from the start, I know that the organization has talked a little bit about this being like a longer journey, a longer process, you know. And now we're starting to see the results. Do you feel like this is really playing into that? Like, do you think upward swing coming out of this?
Yeah, I definitely see us improving. Like especially from like the first week of LCS, it was like we had a lot of draft problems, a lot of like personality clashes, didn't know like what our role was as a team overall. And I think we're just like adjusting, like finding our spot in the team, like individually overall, and just finding our strengths too. Like it's just finding what sides we can play to, like how we can actually play around the map effectively, like who's our strong point, just understanding what we can do around the map.
There's been some chatter about Tyler coming in as the coach. A lot of people are like, oh, he's the assistant coach, now he's the main coach. Like clearly that's a bad sign, right? You know, just out of curiosity, how much would you say of an impact he had on this match, right? I don't know where he helps, if it's pick and ban or if it's, you know, facilitating discussion from yesterday's game to today.
Yeah, Tyler overall just gives this kind of like calm just approach that accepts like anything. He takes all the approach from like every player input and just kind of gathers it all up and makes sure we're comfortable. And I think that definitely helps because on stage, if you're not comfortable, the game just feels really weird. So just being able to be on Comfort Champions and just playing to our strengths, he definitely looks to do that.
Yeah. All right, so you guys lost to Optic yesterday, but I believe you play Optic next week in kind of an interesting turn of events. What do you think your chances as an Optic player is eavesdropping on this interview of coming out and beating them next week?
Yeah, I think as long as we play our game again, I think it's going to be fine. I think we definitely have a really good shot to beat them, and I'm just looking forward to how we practice, because practice is probably the biggest thing, because it really relates like how you're going to play on stage that week. So making sure our practice throughout the whole week is really consistent will give us results. So
we're past the halfway point in the split. You guys are now 2-8, 2-8. What's your personal goal? Like where now? I mean, you guys are coming in with a bit of a deficit into the second half of this. So where are you hoping Golden Guardians gets?
10-8, the dream, baby.
Okay.
Realistically, I just want to ride the momentum, hopefully get more wins. Like, if we just keep losing after this, it'd be pretty sad. So just making sure that we're focusing on the right things like throughout the weeks, and just making sure we can get more wins is my main goal here.
Is it about, would you say it's about avoiding last place? Do you have playoff dreams?
I have playoff dreams, dude. I'm never out of my mind, dude. The 10-8 dream is like kind of a meme, but I still believe it. So like it pushes me, because like, it is still possible, dude.
You're going to take out Echo, Fox, and Cloud9?
We may as well try, dude.
Okay, that's fair. All right. Other than that, anything that you want to say to any of the fans out there?
Yeah, thanks for supporting us. I know the split has been rough overall, so anyone supporting me, I really appreciate it, because you guys send me a lot of just like encouraging messages overall. So yeah, I love you guys. Thank you.
Thank you so much for the interview, Lourlo, and congratulations. Very exciting game for for week 5, I guess I should say. Thanks again. For everyone else, you can check out the rest of my coverage of all things esports right here on my YouTube channel. I know, you wanted the Ovly outro, and instead you're getting this one. But guess what? If you subscribe, not only will you get more LCS interviews brought to you by OmniSlash, but you also might have a chance of getting the Ovly outro in the future. So you should definitely do that.